With over 7,000 individual islands, the Caribbean is your oyster. Welcome to MojoTravels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Caribbean islands to visit in 2019. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to MojoTravels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at Caribbean islands that tourists should consider for their 2019 vacation destination. We'll be taking recent hurricanes into account, as they've sadly left parts of the Caribbean devastated. Even in the wake of tragedy, though, the Caribbean remains a cornucopia of culture that everybody should visit at least once. Number 10. Bermuda. This British island territory is best known for its pink sand beaches and subtropical weather, making it a divine destination for honeymooners. The capital city of Hamilton is home to several landmarks, including the Cathedral of the Most Holy Trinity and the Sessions House. Hamilton's Front Street in particular is a welcoming strip painted with the colors of a rainbow. If you only have one day to spend in Bermuda, though, we'd suggest visiting the Royal Naval Dockyard above all else. The area is bursting with food and art stores, but the Clock Tower building is the standout shopping center. Being a dockyard, this historic site is also popular for water activities, including swimming with dolphins at the National Museum of Bermuda. Number 9. Jamaica. The Caribbean's fourth largest island can essentially be broken into two major cities you have to check out. The capital of Kingston is not only a business district, but also a hotspot to partake in local food, art, and sporting events. Of course, the main reason to visit Jamaica is for the striking scenery, and you'll find plenty of photo ops in Montego Bay. For those looking to bask by the ocean, Doctor's Cave Beach is the ideal location, with sand that's practically white and crystal clear water that shimmers like something out of a dream. Dolphin Cove, Jamaica, meanwhile, allows visitors to observe sharks, stingrays, and other marine life in their natural environments. From its mountains to its rainforests, Jamaica is bursting with life and personality. Number 8. St. Lucia. If you've always dreamed of taking a Caribbean cruise, St. Lucia is easily one of the most picturesque ports of call. Upon arriving, your ship will likely dock in Castries, a stunning capital city and perfect introduction to the island nation's green mountains and unique architecture. This volcanic island is a hiking paradise with Mount Jimmy extending over 3,000 feet above sea level, making it the country's highest point. The most celebrated site in St. Lucia would have to be the Pitons, a pair of volcanic plugs nestled near the quaint town of Soufrière. For a view of the surrounding waters, Gros-Islet, Rodney Bay, and Marigot Bay are all prime territory to kick back and take in the ocean breeze. Number 7. Sint Maarten. This island has essentially been divided into two sides. The southern portion is a Dutch community known as Sint Maarten, whereas the northern portion is French territory referred to as Saint Martin. Both sides were victims of Hurricane Irma in 2017, leading to widespread destruction. Since then, however, citizens have remarkably picked up the pieces, and in 2018, it was reported that Sint Maarten had attracted over 1 million cruise passengers. While the damage hasn't been completely undone, the island continues to thrive as a tourist magnet thanks to its lavish resorts, lagoons, and beaches. Arguably the most enthralling spot is Maho Beach, where spectators can get an up-close look as planes make their final approach to Princess Juliana International Airport. Number 6. Martinique. For anyone who appreciates a hint of French culture in their Caribbean vacation, Martinique is the destination for you. Like Saint Martin, Martinique is part of the French West Indies. Fort-de-France has a certain je ne sais quoi to it that's almost Parisian. At the same time, the town encompasses the tropical tranquility one would expect from a Caribbean island, bringing together the best of both worlds. Martinique is blessed with an abundance of tranquil beaches to relax on and elegant cafes to dine at, but it's also an island that calls out to your inner adventurer. In addition to its rainforests, you'll need to seek out Mont Pelé, a stratovolcano that destroyed the city of Saint-Pierre in 1902. It's a site that's at once intimidating and yet oh so majestic. Number 5. Puerto Rico. Hurricane Maria took a serious toll on Puerto Rico in 2017, causing nearly $95 billion in damage. That may give some tourists pause, but let us assure you that the island has seen a significant recovery and is due for a comeback in 2019. San Juan in particular has risen from the ashes to once again become a beacon that calls out to visitors around the world. This legendary city is lined with colonial structures that are equally charming, romantic, and old-fashioned. You can soak up San Juan's rich legacy by chowing down at world-class restaurants, strolling through historic streets, or taking a ride aboard the free trolley. The city is especially lively when the sun goes down and people come out to dance. Number 4. St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. While all 4 of the main U.S. Virgin Islands have their merits, St. Thomas is where you can get the most out of your Caribbean vacation. Another island that's bouncing back from Hurricane Irma, St. Thomas is seeing a resurgence of popularity, with many flocking to the island aboard cruise ships. If you want to spend a day at the beach, you can't go wrong with Magens Bay, with its white sand, green sea turtles, and a stellar view to park your lounge chair in front of. Charlotte Amalia is the biggest city in the U.S. Virgin Islands, featuring landmarks like Blackbeard's Castle and Fort Christian. Coral World Ocean Park will entice anyone who loves sea creatures, with the Undersea Observatory Tower being a highlight. Number 3. New Providence, the Bahamas. You can't have a list like this without the Bahamas, and it's hard to deny that New Providence is anything but the country's most thrilling island. It's also the most populous, with more than 70% of residents living in the capital of Nassau. This city has no shortage of engaging attractions, from Ardastra Garden Zoo and Conservation Center to the Pirates of Nassau Museum. To the north is Paradise Island, where you can book a trip to the Atlantis Resort, a haven for anyone who adores river rides and water slides. Of course, Atlantis is just as iconic for its awe-inspiring pools and lagoons. Just about 3 miles away from Nassau is the private Blue Lagoon Island, where tourists can have a Bahamas experience unlike any other. Number 2. Grand Cayman. The biggest of the 3 Cayman Islands, Grand Cayman lives up to its name, encompassing 5 districts that guarantee visitors a grand old time. Ransacked by pirates back in the day, Bodden Town is riddled with fascinating historic sites, most notably the Mission House. The East End, Georgetown, and the North Side are all great spots for water activities, ranging from snorkeling to scuba diving. The island's most alluring spot by far is the West End 7 Mile Beach. Although it was brutally hit by Hurricane Ivan in 2004, this extensive beach is still a hallmark of the island due to its coral reefs, resorts, and unparalleled splendor. It's not only considered the finest beach in the Cayman Islands, but possibly the entire Caribbean. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1. Barbados. The main reason to visit the Caribbean is its beaches, and Barbados is indeed plentiful in white sand and turquoise waves. Carlisle Bay and Crane Beach are just a couple of spots to spend an unforgettable day in the sun. If you prefer the darkness, you will have the time of your life at Harrison's Cave, where excitement awaits around every limestone corner. For a wildlife adventure draped in green, Welchman Hall Gully offers an up-close and personal experience with adorable monkeys. Barbados also has its fair share of wondrous botanical gardens that'll make visitors feel as if they've been transported to a Caribbean jungle. As your day draws to a close, there's nothing quite like watching the sunset over the ocean. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MojoTravels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.